The muterator got me. The muterator got me. But CEEK is in the house. Hello, friends. Hello, everyone. We are here today. Hi, Vira. Hi, Zako. Hello, friends. We are here today with CEEK and
Thanks for the
some
follow.
history stoofs. So if you like the histories, hang out. We have more of these on the way. But we're starting with friends. So, thank everybody for the follows and thank you for coming in.
Thanks for the
But let
follow.
me go ahead and introduce my guest before y'all start getting way too happy here. Um, I'll let her introduce herself.
All right. So, hi, my name is Kaisa Runeterra, but most people have trouble
Thanks for the
pronouncing it, so they
follow.
just call me Kai. I'm the recruitment director for CEEK and have somehow become Goldie's right hand in leadership. I honestly don't know how that happened.
Somehow
Thanks
it
for the
happened.
follow.
That is totally okay. Um, so I love CEEK's name. Can you kind of tell me where that originated or how it was maybe come up with?
Yeah, so Close Encounters of the Eve Kind is a name taken from the 1977 UFO movie, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We have a lot of movie buffs in our corp, so it was kind of fun to take that and just kind of make it part of our culture here in EEK, or CEEK, or Eve. Jeez. Sorry guys, I'm nervous. Yeah. So that's kind of where the name came from.
You are totally fine. I am going to see what I can do about getting this bot to be a little more quiet, for lack of better words, because it's being very loud. So let me turn that down. The whole gang's here! Apparently, the whole gang is here. So, wait, I don't
Yes.
see involves. Do I need to go poke him? Because I absolutely will. Um,
Uh, no, that's okay.
I'm fucking with them. I gotta make them laugh a little bit. Come on. All right. So with the fact that it's a she wouldn't beat you if you didn't show up. Bad.
Well, maybe. Maybe I might.
Maybe.
You
I
never
don't
know.
know.
Depends how I feel on that particular day.
That's fair. All right. So as a huge movie buff, I absolutely love this. Um. So with Close Encounters of Eve Kind having such an awesome name, um, can you tell me kind of how it started and maybe a little bit of the beginnings of the corp?
Yeah, so I'm going to be going over some of Goldie's talking points here as we go through the beginnings of CEEK's early history. This was before my time, and the history is not my own, so I apologize in advance if this comes across as very unnatural and scripted. But these first few questions are going to be from his perspective, where his roots originated and how CEEK came to be. So the Corp CEO, Rod High, or Rhodey Grarling, Goldie, as we call him, we can't decide how to say his name. There's been a lot of bickering about if it's this or if it's that. Well, he started his Eve career in Karma Fleet after about 3 months into the game. He was taken aback by all the generosity on his first day. Pilots he didn't know were sending him gifts and ISK, and were overall just very welcoming to him. It was also his first experience in nullsec, so soon after, he listened and learned from Merkel Chen, the CEO of Karma Fleet, his style and communication to his members during both good times and war times. He was a class act and very genuine to all, and still is to this day. It's no wonder that they're still very successful. So Goldie was very curious about building something of his own. Having seen firsthand such success in Karma Fleet and being so fresh in the game, he kind of wanted to learn more about the mechanics, such as owning a structure and setting up ACLs, moon drills, etc.,
Mm-hmm.
and not just pressing F1 in a large fleet. However, this was just never going to be possible for him at this stage in Eve. So Goldie spent some more time in Karma Fleet and then in the group Potentially Dangerous, where he made a few friends who he kept in touch with, but ultimately gave into his curiosity. So he made his way to HiSec to start up a corp with some of those friends and tried to take all the good things that he learned about Karma Fleet with him to build a community and just kind of see where that goes. So it was at this time that CEEK was formed. Um, though this came with some challenges of its own, though. He kept getting targeted, structures were getting blown up, and they just didn't have enough of a presence to really stand a chance. So it was kind of time to leave HiSec and reevaluate how to move forward.
And then that's a really smart decision, taking the time to reevaluate and check out, what the options are. So, kind of bouncing off of that, what happened after leaving HiSec?
So after leaving HiSec, Seek decided that the best way to own a structure and keep it was to try their luck in wormhole space. It seemed like this would be the smarter decision to make survivability a little bit more possible. So Seek made their home in a C3 wormhole with the HiSec static until eventually being evicted by Parabellum. Um, so that eviction happened right after the Siege Green Eve release, where they removed a timer from large structures. So with many members being working professionals, they just didn't have the time to constantly defend and show up. So the
Yeah.
membership took a vote and decided where their next adventure would take them, and the decision was made to move into pirate low sec space, and they joined No Forks Given.
Yeah, and honestly, first seeing Goldie's name, I was like, is that Roshi? Is that Rhodey? I couldn't figure out how to pronounce it until they go, just call him Goldie. And I'm like, okay, this makes
Yeah,
sense.
pretty
So,
pretty
um,
much.
him taking everybody through um, from the beginning, he prefers to be called Grody. Oh, okay, now I know. Okay. It's not his first rodeo. Oh Lord, I love it. Um, so he decided to take and kind of learn from wanting to how to do this to we can do this to reevaluating. So with joining No Forks Given, what happened from there?
So, this is where they really learned about hunting and killing pilots there. So, they gained a lot of experience with PvP, and that's when their personality and the character of the corp really started to show. So later on, after spending some time there, there was a lot of politics involved, along with some AWOXing. So that didn't really sit well with our members. So Seek decided to move into nullsec and had joined Init. Seek had several options from other groups, but the main goal was always to kind of find a way and give back to goons and contribute to the Imperium. So it made sense to join in it at that time as they were part of the Imperium. Fast forward a few months, and it began to separate themselves from the Imperium. We'd eventually lost access to the market in 1DQ as Init started their journey to become an independent alliance. And from there, Seek started to look at the benefits that they really wanted from a membership standpoint and something that would help them grow and flourish. So while we appreciated our time in it, Seek just felt like this was no longer what was best for the Corp.
And leadership always taking the time to listen and figure out what is best for the corp is always a good sign of really strong leadership. But from this beginning part, you mentioned that this is Goldie's perspective. Is around this kind time when you joined Seek?
Yeah, so at the time, I was corp CEO of a group called Unsung Heroes, but we were better known for our name as Pekka. We were also in it at that time, so I'd been in Pekka leadership for a couple years already, but recently only taken over because my predecessor she had to take care of some real life issues. So um, we had kind of formed a strong bond with Seek in our time within Init. So there was a tackled Seek dread that kind of started the relationship. They had asked for our help and we showed up. The dread pilot sadly lost his ship, but the friendship between the two corps kind of grew from that point on. So um, during that time, at some point, my dad, Eagle No Face 2, joined Seek due to a family quarrel between him and I. Although we did eventually make up, I'm sure everyone can kind of understand fighting with your parents. So a little while later, in the final months of Pekka, there was some real life personal issues that kind of just prevented not only myself but my directorship from being able to keep the court afloat. So we were just simply running out of gas, and I had already been given the heads up from both Goldie and my dad that Seek was leaving for Goons, and that really just kind of solidified everything that I was feeling at the time. So I sat down with many chats with Goldie and
Hmm.
we'd discussed joining forces. So that's what we did. We doubled Seek numbers, and now we're stronger than ever and better than ever.
Now, there is a little bit of a discussion that Templar is saying that might have been his dread. And Jaffa was saying he lost his 4 bill pod for Templar. So there is a chance that the dread still lives, just
I
from what I'm reading. But I don't know.
Well, I might
That's
be a little bit
yeah.
foggy on the details. I mean, it was over a year ago, so if I got that wrong, I do apologize.
Hey, I
You can
honestly,
crucify me later.
they might just be messing with you as well. Like it's totally a thing. I don't know. We will have to see if we can find the story. No, Kai, you're never wrong. You are never wrong. There you go. There's your answer.
Hey, I'll be the first one to admit if I was wrong. I mean, I'm only human and I make mistakes. So
But hey, that is absolutely fantastic. I love to see Seek in their awesomeness, kind of in their vibe, kind of, for lack of better words. But so with everything that had kind of gone on, why was Goonswarm a good choice for Seek?
firstly, there was new alliance leadership, so we kind of felt that Goons had changed for the better. Asher had taken over, and the culture had greatly improved during that time. Goons are a well-oiled machine. They've withstood the test of time, and they're very stable. Um, there's a lot of USTZ content, as we are
Mm-hmm.
predominantly a USTZ corp, so that's something that we were looking forward to. There's always lots of fleets to attend and lots of kills to be had, and the communication. So the alliance leadership is consistent. They gave us weekly fireside chats that we, talk about what's new with Eve and what changes we're implementing, etc. So that really gives the members a good time to ask questions and pick the leadership's brain a little bit. So that's
Yeah,
nice. It's always good to have transparency a little bit and kind of know what's going on.
yeah.
We have the best FCs, and the goal was always to be aligned within the Imperium. So that's why goons. Yeah.
Hey, and that totally makes sense. I agree on the FCs. We have some pretty class acts up there, who hi dog, who do a lot of fantastic work. Um, oh, um, forgive me. I'm watching the dog toddler not listen, so it's great. Um, but yeah, thank you, Oz. Yeah, she's a Malinois. She's being a little bit of an asshole right now. Um, but with all of the stuff with the Imperium, like that's very large scale. What about some of the awesome stuff that Seek does for its members, and are you recruiting?
So yes, we are recruiting. We have our own auth and a work in progress website, and some great people who have a wealth of knowledge to share. We offer our own SRP, which is, we continue to evaluate as we grow. We do court prizes almost monthly, and if it's not a monthly prize, it's quarterly. So that kind of helps foster some healthy relationship, or sorry, healthy competition between our members. We had recently just given away 7 dreads thanks to a donation from one of our members who needed to take time away from the
Mm-hmm.
game. He tried to win Eve, but we didn't let him off that easy. So there's that. We offer clear-cut communication and transparency with our members, stability for our activity with our membership, stability from our leadership and financials, and we do a lot of engaging activities together, whether it be, getting together to mine, one of our many moons,
Mm-hmm.
going on roams, robbing ESSs, as well as home defense shenanigans. So there's a lot of great opportunities that we provide our members to make ISK and to grow. And if you'd like to know more, you can join us in our in-game channel, Seek Recruitment. That's all caps.
Yep, I've been
And it looks
throwing
like
it in
you've got that.
chat. Oh yeah,
We see
I'm not
that.
gonna let them
Yeah.
get away from seeing it so easily. No, you're gonna have to see this, because that's just how awesome Seek is. And so we heard a little bit from chat. They alluded to kind of this last question. They alluded to a little bit of it, but are there any fantastic, amazing accomplishments that Seek has done that you can talk about and you kind of want to brag about a little bit.
Absolutely. So, Seek Star, this is a first for Seek. We were granted permission to have our very own Keep Star, and so that's what we did. We had a keep anchored, and yeah, so that's a really big accomplishment, especially for a corp of our size. Next on the list is we had just celebrated our 1 year anniversary in Goonswarm, so that's, another great thing to look on. We're consistently number one in kills and impasse each month since we've moved here. Our fuel block business is quite successful. We provide millions of fuel blocks to VIP customers within our alliance each month. And then we're also strong enough in participation for fleets for our size to get our own corp economic zone, and to choose, which location in impasse, when we did the Great Migration. So there's a lot of competition there with quite a few corps, and yeah, so we ended up getting that, so that was nice. And lastly, our biggest accomplishment is our corp community. We're a family, and we treat each other as such, and we truly care about one another. So we take the time to invest in our members and continue to grow as a result. So yeah, I'd say that's a pretty big accomplishment as well.
I mean, I would definitely agree as somebody who has hung out in your area, um, and as somebody who has burst in and had a little bit of a bitch moment because of things going on, and immediately going, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and y'all were just like, dude, we love you. You don't care. We're good. We're good. Thank you for doing it. Like, I absolutely love being in your little area. It is fantastic. And anytime that I see anybody, it's hi friend, hi friend. I'm gonna say hi to you because you're friends. You're friend shaped. So
Yeah.
yeah, Seek is a very much a PvP organization, just kind of from the history and from my knowledge of you guys, and but they're only sharp to anybody who's not friend shaped. So it's just, but yeah. But hey, no, I
That's right.
really appreciate you coming and talking about the history, giving some more in depth about just like how much has gone on to make Seek what it is today, and go through stuff along those lines where it's, hey, this is something, and we are really absolutely going to continue to grow. So I absolutely really appreciate you being here today, Kai.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure coming on here and kind of talking about, our corp and giving us a little bit of a hype there. So thank you again for having me. I really appreciate it, and so do the membership of C.
Yeah, hey, anytime, and I'm always happy to have people who are happy to talk history, or even just to drop the amount of apparently shit fucks that occasionally come out of everybody's mouth when playing GTA 5. Um, that's a very niche reference for somebody in the house, and they will understand if they're watching. But yeah, no, I absolutely appreciate it. Um, I'm gonna let you go, Kai, and then you do not use harsh language and see that's harsh language. So
That's a lie.
that
Don't make don't make me wash your mouth out with gin, because I'll do it.
oh, you have a balcony too. Do you hang them upside down with their pants over the balcony, Cyrax? Um, like that's my question. Goodness, a balcony in this Keepstar? I don't know. I think I'm giving them a good idea, or I'm thinking I'm giving them bad ideas. I don't know at this point,
Uh-oh.
but
Okay.
uh, yeah. Apparently, oh, they have a balcony with grumpy old men. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm not gonna tell Kai. Hey, grumpy old men, push, push them. Wait, that's the intrusive thoughts. Never mind.
Just let the intrusive thoughts win. Sometimes you gotta.
Just occasionally, just occasionally. And hi, Goldie. Thank you for giving your little bit of the history and letting me hang out with Kai, and thank you for just helping kind of get this all put together, because this is a step in the direction of a very big project. So I wanted to start with a place that I was comfortable with, and a place that I was like, okay, I feel confident I can talk here. Um, Kai and I, we've sent some messages back and forth out of game. We've talked a little bit, and just going, okay, girl power, girl power. So
Girl.
might as well just show, hey, let's let the women in Eva step up and talk a little bit. So we're just, but yeah, thank you so much, Kai, for setting this up, for helping be here, Goldie, for his perspective and his points from the beginning half of the history. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, Kai, I'm gonna end the stream. That way you can be free and enjoy your gin and your dinner. And then I
Thank you.
will come back. That way you are not having to be here and sit and chill and talk and not have to pick your brain. And that way, yeah. So, but thank you for everybody from CEEK. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Thank you for allowing me to do your history. I absolutely love it, and this is the kind of the start of the series. So my goal is to get through a lot of the Goon Corps. So if you know people, send them my way. I'd really appreciate it. I am working with Mini True on this, so trying to kind of get just the wider book open, and go from there. But hey, thank you guys for coming, and have a good evening. I will go ahead and find a lovely place to send you, and then I will go work on the next one of these. Although, Kai, you think we should let him see the dog real quick?
Oh, absolutely.
Because
is that even a question?
That's true. Come here, Lily.
Yeah.
Come here, puppies.
Yeah.
Girl, hi. No, you can't take the lipstick off. No, that's my energy drink. If you have that, you will be a heavy assault fur missile. So yes, this is Kali. So yeah, this is a Belgian. No, you don't love dogs. Oh my god, you love cats. I mean, I could go get the cat. I think we might do that another time. We might have the orange flavored sun, though he was on CCP, so we gotta let the doggo have her time. So yeah, she will vibrate to death as a Malinois if she has the energy drink, and I would like to have a dog that's not having a moment. So, all right. So with that, Kai, I'm gonna let you go, and apparently we're doing Thunderdome and Impasse. Is that what I heard? I don't know. Either way, we're gonna go have fun, and I will send them out. Are there any requests? Ooh, let me go find a goon. Because that's what we do. We find and we send people to goons. Oh, if there's a good charity stream, that's a good call. But let me find. I think he's a goon. He might be brave. Man, there are not as many goons on as I usually see. What is this? We could do something absolutely. No, we're gonna be nice. We're goons. We gotta be professional. We're not gonna go and raid somebody's stream because they're a PH person, and then go and steal all their intel. That would be rude. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to send you to a lovely goon creator who will have a good time. I am focused, Meppa. Fuck you. And I'm gonna let Kai go, and thank you everybody for coming around for history. I will try to have another one here. I have another 2 set up for this week, so there will be more. You have so far sent Kai go. I know. I am anxious. I am so sorry. Okay. Anyway, have a good night, guys, and Meppa, as always, I know where to find you. That's sorry. Meppa's like my big brother, and Eve. And so I like to mess, and that's my response to Meppa. So, have a good night, guys.